All right, you guys, welcome back to the March Earth and Animal Spirit Tarot reading for the collective dream. I'm really excited to bring this message to you guys today. But if you're new here, I wanted to kind of give you a good explanation about what this is and what it is that I do. So as I'm shuffling, I'm just going to kind of let you know about the history of this idea, where it came from, and why I do it. The best way that I ever heard it described from the shamans was that each and every one of us have our own unique reality, and that's our individual dream. But then we also share a collective dream, and that's the collective consciousness that we all share together. So as we are awakening and as we're feeling these energetic shifts that are taking place within the solar flares and within the energy that's been coming in from those solar flares into the earth, and thus up into our homes, into our physical bodies, within our energetic fields, we're getting a major upgrade right now, you guys. And I think that the most important takeaway about that is that as we're awakening, we're going to be able to have a shift in consciousness. And this is part of the age of Aquarius as well, by the way. But people are moving away from the individual and moving towards the community. I feel that energetically. It's a huge shift already starting to take place energetically. It's just going to take a little bit longer for the manifestation of it to take place, which is where we will see it in the physical. So that being said, this is why I do what I do here, because as you pay attention to the earth and animal energies that are around us all the time, every day, and they show up in various ways, whether it be an actual physical manifestation of an animal or a bird or, you know, a tree, anything like that that's on your path, you will begin to notice them popping up in other areas as well, like on the label of your favorite food, on billboards, in a TV commercial maybe. And the more that you start paying attention to them, the more you can start to realize that they're sending you messages. All the energy spirits within the earth and the animal realm are here to help support us. That is part of the journey that we're actually on, and that people are waking up to now, is that spirit was always meant to be a part of our lives, always. And so as we realize that, you can help yourself to understand how it works a little more when you begin to connect to the animal and earth energies, because they are guidance. They help guide in ways that no man can. No man can guide you the way that the Great Spirit moves through these earth and animal energies. And yes, I do believe that the Great Spirit is involved in everything, every single thing that takes place. All right, so now that we have our cards shuffled, which I love to do on screen so that you guys can have your energy involved in that shuffle as well, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. Here we go. And just so you know as well, my daughter is in her play area over there, and it's getting close to lunchtime, so we're probably going to hear her a bit in this episode, but I hope you bear with me, and if you are a part of my mom tribe, I know you feel me. Okay. All right. Any elements that we need to hear from the animal realms for the month of March? Okay, I feel like that one. And I also feel like this one's supposed to come out, so we're going to go with those two this month. So anyhow, when you join my Patreon as well, you get this message 3 days in advance before it ever comes out for the general public. We're looking for messages for the month of March from the moon energy. This one. Yep. Well, yeah. Wow. Getting some doubles already this month. This is going to be interesting. This is a tarot deck as well as this one, so I'm going to save those two for last. Messages for the month of March. Thank you. I'm finish shuffling. I just feel like we're supposed to get two of each. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. animals, spirits, any messages for the month of March for the collective dream. I always like to try to finish the hand at least one full round of shuffle before I put it down anyway, so just to get a little more behind the scenes. Okay, 3 out of that. Oh, all right. Any other messages for the month of March? Four out of that deck. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's a lot to be said this month. A lot to be said this month. And I will do the best I can to translate everything we received here today. All right, month of March, ancestors, what messages do we need to hear from you? I feel like that's probably going to be really loud in the microphone. We're going to try for 2. Do you guys want another one? I'm a Gemini, Libra, Cancer trifecta, so I sort of feel like, oh, I guess they just let me know there's 4. But I always feel like things have to be balanced. I don't know if anyone else is out there like that, but leave a comment if you are, because I'd love to meet more of my soul family. Sorry about that. I always have to feel like things are super balanced. And if it's not, I do my best. And that's the energy that I flow in, so that's the energy that the cards and the spirits know how to communicate with me, because that's something that I stay within my integrity of doing often when I do readings. But this is for the tarot cards. Let's see what we've got. I feel like this guy's coming out. This guy's coming out. But yeah, I'm excited about the Patreon, you guys. Oh, this one's coming out too. All right, we got our 3. Okay. 1, 2. 3. Okay. All right, you guys, and that's all of our cards for March. We're gonna go through each and every one of these, and then we're gonna get the reading started. But first, I need to feed my daughter some lunch, and then I'll be back. All right, so let's see what cards we've got. We're gonna start with our tarot this month because it's a much smaller pile. And then we're gonna see what all of the spirit energies have for us. All right, so we've got the Guardian. I love this card. We've got the Mirror. Already double major arcana. Big energy, just like I suspected. And the King of Stones, the Wolf. Yes! I knew the wolf was coming out. If you guys follow me on TikTok, then you know that I recently did another spirit energy video that I put out, and this one was on the wolf or the lone wolf medicine. So if you are interested in a lot of that sort of stuff, definitely check out my TikTok and my social media. I put all that stuff out across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's also the Village Facebook group that you can join. We have the Three of Coins, which is the Three of Pentacles. Community, working together. All right, we've got Champion of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. And we have the Six of Vessels. Again, great message. I'm so excited for this reading, you guys. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, now let's check out our earth and animal spirit energies, as well as for messages from the ancestors. These happen to make it up on top of this reading, so I'm going to do it this way, and we're going to just work our way down to the bottom. So we have Spirit Keeper of the East, another beautiful card. And I believe this is a big message that's going to come through for a lot of us, because a few of the tarot readings that I've been doing lately for clients have been also showing this card popping up. We've got a lot of energy with that card. Ooh, Tribal Spirit Dancer. I'm excited to share this message with you guys. All right, Vision Quest. Yes, this card makes a lot of sense. And we have, of course, Flowing River. I knew that was going to pop up again. We got water yet again, you guys. I told you, man. I believe it. It's just going to keep popping up until this energy is kind of busted through a dam. Okay. We have Subdue. MojaveWolf.com/tarot is all the information you need about how to sign up to get a card reading individually from me. I'll be happy to do these readings for you. We also got Chamomile with Soothe. Lots of good messages in Chamomile, and that's a physical action we can take, is drinking some chamomile tea for the month of March. We have Bearberry with Strength. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, there was 5 of these. We have Fern with Growth. I've got a lot of work to do this month. I tend to put out on my social media content, you guys, I put out extended messages technically of this reading we do here today. And so because of that, once I find out what the earth and animal energies are here working with us, I have to start working on my social media content, which is part of like what I do behind the scenes, is I try to plan those as far in advance as I can. So once I know what those energies are, I create now the content for the rest of the month pertaining to these messages. So when you follow me on social media, that's what those messages are that you see that pop up of like random animals with like words over it and stuff. Like those are basically promptings from this reading we're doing here today. That's how I've set up this system that I'm doing for you guys. That's how this works. All right, the last energy from the earth is the Golden Poppy with Dream. Yes, I love it. I love it. That's it. I could stop there, right? Okay. Whoa. Sorry about that. We have the Scorpion, which is of the fire energy, fire element. We have the Golden Egg. This is such a good message. Okay. This is of the spirit element. And we have the Snake. Of course the snake is back, you guys. Of course. Okay. Sit Still. Can you read that? There we go. Okay. Sit Still. I feel like it's supposed to go here. And we have Conduct an Interview. All right, from the moon, here's the moon messages. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Did you see that? I'm sorry. And we have new moon in Aries, 2 new moons. New moon medicine is going to be pretty important for us coming up in the month of March. Okay, we've got It's Time to Take Action with new moon in Aries. All right, and the last 2 cards, these are other animal energy spirit messages. We have the Mouse, which says, you're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what is going on. And we have the Kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Ooh, I love it. I love a good challenge. All right, we're gonna set the Kiwi over here. All right, you guys, we had lunch and the babe has taken a nap, so we are back. Let's get started on what all we have presented here. So first, let's call out all of the earth and animal spirits that are here to support us for the month of March. We have the wolf, the crane. We have the eagle, the kiwi, the mouse, the ram, the snake, the scorpion. Those are the animals. And as far as earth energies, we have the golden poppy, the bearberry, the Salam, chamomile, fern, as well as water. We've got water coming in again, of course. And I see a message here about the rising sun, but we're going to get to that when we start the message. Okay, so here's what I see, you guys. The collective needs to hear this message. We are being called, yet again, with the Three of Coins here, to a community, to knowing how to pull things together as a group to create harmony and unity. So with Three of Coins being here next to the Champion of Swords, which is essentially the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has a pretty clear-cut understanding about what direction they're headed, and they know how to get there. And with it also being in conjunction with the Six of Vessels, which is the Six of Cups, this has to do with memory. This has to do with a childlike nature. So with this message here, we're being called back to a childlike nature. Another way to put it would say our inner child, which I believe the inner child and the higher self are the same person. But I believe that we are being called to really draw attention to what it is that they want at this time. With the Spirit Keeper of the East, this message is all about new beginnings. And we see that with the sun, because the sun rises in the east, right? But I also see that there's either a sunrise or a sunset in each of these four messages coming in from the ancestors. So that tells me that there is a huge message here about transition, about the fact that we are in the middle of a transition period. My lighting's starting to change and I apologize. This is so cool because they all sort of confirm each other here and there, right? But the golden egg, now that is a spirit element card. That one is directly connected to our heart chakra. That is your meditation practice, which we're seeing also pop up here with the Kiwi, with doing a walking meditation each day for the next week. Now, I believe that this could also represent, if you were down for it, the entire month of March. If you wanted to, for the month of March, do a daily walking meditation, because I think that there's going to be a lot of revelations that come to you during that time. We also have the Vision Quest card here, which is specifically talking about taking time aside to be isolated by yourself, really, to ask the right questions, conduct an interview with yourself, with your higher self, with your inner child, and ask them as you sit still or as you're doing your walking meditation, you know, what is it that you want to bring to the surface? Because we also have the Tribal Spirit Dancer card, and this one is all about the fact that you are free, beloved. Please remember that you are free at all times. We are being, with this new beginning here, right? We're getting this new veil of deception being lifted from us, and we are realizing underneath all of the curse and the mess that we are finding the world to be in, the current state that it's in, we are free at the end of the day. Nobody owns us. And no matter how much people try to, no matter how much they set that intention in the world, it does not mean you have to accept it. You are free. That is an inherent right within you. So with all four of these in conjunction with each other, including the flowing river, which again, yet again, is back for more messages, and I believe once more, because that is the divine feminine that's coming in super strong with all of these solar flares, which, by the way, we had more in February. Once again, the mirror card, which also popped up for the month of February, is telling us to take that deep inner introspection. Again, lots of messages here talking about the deep introspection. Flowing river, bring love to your situation. That is another sign of the divine feminine, is love, and coming to your situations, your problems, your circumstances from a place of love is bringing the divine feminine into that situation. Also with soothing. Soothing is another sign of the divine feminine. Now, with soothe being in conjunction with subdue, what I'm seeing there is that there is a big message about the fact that there are certain things, certain aspects within our personalities that are wanting to, I would say what's within our egos, right? The ego has certain parts of it that want certain things to be done, maybe on a certain time frame. You can also liken this to the divine masculine energy, which is, the action energy, maybe possible here as well with the champion of swords. It's a very masculine energy because he knows what he wants, he's going for it. I would almost say the wolf as well. Although the wolf, I feel the wolf is very balanced in the masculine and feminine, because both are equally sort of represented in the tribal or the pack unit. Now, with what I was saying here with the subdue and the soothe being a part of your ego, what I'm seeing there is that there might be parts of the ego that are wanting to come out strong, but that is still a feature of maybe the shadow aspect of the masculine that we might need to subdue, right? Maybe it's not the time for certain things to be said, or there's a lot of observation taking place in this reading. We are observing many, many things throughout this reading. We're observing the childlike nature, maybe the memories, the things you used to love to do as a child, whether it be the games you used to play or whatever, the childlike wonder of life is being asked here to come, with the dream card as well, is that childlike nature of dreaming. The mouse card here, also in conjunction with growth and strength, it says you're overlooking some important details, so pay close attention to what's going on. I just feel like it's a message here, along with the right next to the it's time to take action, is that, we're learning where the balance lies. Where is the balance between good and evil? Where is the balance between masculine and feminine, between light and dark, right? With the snake over here as well, the snake obviously is popping up yet again for us. The snake's been an incoming message from the beginning of this year, to be honest. If you've been following along, you know that in January and February, both, we've had the snake message come up. However, when it comes up in this specific card, it's telling us that there is a time to act, and the time to act is now. So that card is directly connected, I believe, to this new moon in Aries, which is it's a time to take action, because it's not only a time to take action, but it's a time for understanding that being a guardian of the unawakened magic within us, right? It's a creative potential, because they say that there's a coiled up snake that lies dormant in the base of your spine, and it's not really a snake, it just looks like that. So that's why you see it in a lot of symbology across centuries and different cultures. When you see the coiled snake, it's representing this very idea, the fact that there's this potent energy that lies within. It's actually the sacred secretion, which you might have heard a few things about if you have been studying the Christ consciousness. It's the same exact thing, okay? So it's a coiled up snake that lies dormant in the base of your spine. And when each month, when you're eating healthy, you're doing the inner shadow work, you're living in a balance of light and dark, rest and work. How do I explain this best? When the moon every month reaches the sign of your sun sign that you were born, every person on the planet goes through a process where that snake essentially uncoils up your spine and reaches up to your pineal gland, which is located in the just behind the forehead, essentially. And if you don't do anything to squander that, which means you don't drink, you don't eat unhealthy food that's got toxins in it, you're not doing drugs or anything like that, but you are allowing the natural flow of that secretion to go up into your pineal gland, it will eventually come back down all the spinal cord, come all the way back down. It's an oil, it's a holy oil. That's where we get the anointing oil message from in the first place when it comes to the Gospels and things like that. It's very symbolic of this oil that we're talking about. Okay, and when that happens, that is a new stage of enlightenment that can take place within a human being. So the snake over here, this snake card in particular, specifically represents the symbol of our highest potential. So that energy is called the Shakti, and that's our life force that it's talking about, that lies dormant within the base of our spine. It's that unawakened or untapped potential that we have within us. So what would your life look like if you woke up to that potential? And I believe that that's the biggest message here across the board, is what would happen if you chose to do this? Like people who are really big into their health, right? They'll start a new diet and they'll stick to it for a long time until they start to see changes. Well, what if you took this just as seriously as starting a new diet? Because it recommends that you do that. You start eating more healthy, fruits and vegetables in the morning as a quick break fast from the evening, where they say your largest meal should be your lunch, where you eat around 11:30, 12, because that's when your body naturally wants to start digesting food. And then as it gets time to dinner, you just eat something really light and make sure it's 2 hours before you go to bed. So there's just certain things that you can follow within like a healthy regimen that you can do. I'm saying for the month of March, at least, let's give it a try, right? Like, I've been doing a lot of these things on my own, but everyone, I think, has the potential of stepping it up even more. That's why I feel like the mouse card is coming out, because it's saying, what are you overlooking? Because there might be some important details that you should pay closer attention to what's going on within this sacred rising of your inner snake that's at the coiled up snake at the base of your spine. All right, now with the golden egg, that's your heart chakra. I believe that we're being called to do a lot of heart work still right now. And as we are seeing here with the wolf and the 3 of coins, the wolf representing that pack mentality, right? Like, every person has their own specific role to play. And if you step into that individual power, you are stepping into your community in your fullest potential. Once again, fullest potential. So there's a big message across the board here, yet again, for holding that mirror up to yourself, noticing what it is that you are maybe overlooking, and then take action on it, beloved. Maybe February was a wild month for you because of, and I believe that, because of everything that was happening within the news, if you were still paying attention to some of the news around in the world, just talking with colleagues or whatever. I'm sure you've heard a lot of crazy stories happening throughout the month of February. I'm not even going to get into them because I don't think I need to. I think we all know what that's about. But the Bearberry here is just to remind us to have strength as we're growing through this Fern energy. This Fern energy is offering a huge leaps and bounds of growth for our potential within this heart chakra that's opening up right now. Okay, so let's just keep all of that in mind as we move forward. This card could even potentially be coming out as the lone wolf medicine, which is understanding that this time of transition, it is important to look within and find your inspiration from within. But the Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Usually Scorpion energy, your career is very important to you, so some of you might be having some messages coming in around your career right now, not just your home life, but your career life as well. But Scorpions also tend to bring up situations from the past that they might felt that they were burned and never really got a full closure. So I'm seeing that being in conjunction with the snake, that it's really encouraging us right now to pull out, along, by the way, with the golden egg, because it's your heart chakra, really start pulling out these poisons, so to say, these emotional poisons or emotional toxins that you're still holding on to, grudges that you might have against certain people. Let it go, you guys. Let it go. Allow yourself to grow out of this situation. Soothe your own heart. Subdue the anger. Give yourself strength by dreaming, right? By dreaming that you can have a better life. A better life is available to you outside of the red, fiery, hot anger that you might still be holding on to about certain situations. Because here's the thing, you guys, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but forgiveness is not even about the other person, right? Forgiveness is about you. It's about your heart getting better, your heart healing and mending and becoming whole again, so that you can walk in your power. You can walk in your strength. The Guardian card here, this is essentially the Devil card in a traditional deck. But here's the thing, right? This card indicates that there is a challenge that has arrived in your life. And since this is a collective reading, there is a challenge that has arrived in all of our lives. And the situation may be very complex. I can already think of maybe 2 or 3 things in my own life that are major challenges right now. So I know this card is prevalent, or it's relevant, right? Challenges are opportunities for something better to come about. Always be aware that however threatening or difficult that your situation might be, it's only you that can become stronger and more resilient from the experience. And it's about understanding that we all have a darkness within, and the darkness is part of the balance. You can't have the light without the dark. You can't have the shadow without the light, right? So with that being said, knowing and understanding that there is a darkness within each of us, it's to really understand fully and fully grasp the fact that we are multidimensional beings. Humans are multidimensional beings. And the sooner we can accept that, the sooner we can begin to progress and move forward in this new earth that we see being presented for us. But just understand, beloved, it is time to take action. It is time to take action. If you haven't already taken action in the month of February, the message is very clear to us now that this is the month, you guys. You've got to step up. It's time to step up. And whether that be with your voice, whether that be with your actions, it's up to you, and each one of us is individually different, but it is time to step up. Now, I wanted to mention here with the crane, because I didn't talk much about the crane last month because he kind of popped up on me by surprise, but the crane is a sign of good luck and wealth, you guys, and abundance. So we're being supported here. There is support underneath us as we do this, as we work through all of these energies this month. Once again, with the Spirit Keeper of the East, I believe the tangible thing we're being called to do there is, if you can, wake up early and watch the sunrise this month as much as you can. It's going to be really helpful. Just even on an energetically, it's going to help to align your frequency. And then also with the tribal spirit dancer, spend some time putting on some music and just dance like wild, you guys, like nobody's watching, because that also helps with getting stored up energy released out of your body. So a lot of messages coming in strong for that, for energy work specifically, is what I'm seeing across the board. And I think that this is a great place to leave this off, you guys, honestly. Now, once again, if you don't know already, you can give us a follow on social media at Mojave and Wolf. You can find us across the board: Facebook, Instagram. We have a new TikTok, and we also have a private Facebook group called The Village. If you are a wild mother, you can join that Facebook group. But also wanted to point out one last time that I did start my new Patreon. It is officially live. So make sure you check out patreon.com/Mojave and Wolf, and you can see what I have to offer there. All right, so with that being said, this is the message for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to make content for you guys.